So I made this video for all my girls out there just to give you a bit more information about what happens during your cycle and how it affects your eating and your workouts. This way you can sync your workouts to your menstrual cycle. Your cycle is about 28 days long. This is split into two phases. The first phase is the follicular phase. It starts when you get your period and finishes the day you ovulate. The second phase is the luteal phase. This starts after you ovulate and ends on the first day of your period. This is a graph to show you guys how estrogen and progesterone, and there are others, do fluctuate during our cycle, but I won't be going into too much detail about these. So during the first phase, the follicular phase, estrogen is at its highest, your pain tolerance increases, and so does your muscle recovery. This is where you want to lift your heaviest. Although if you do get really bad period pains during this time, what I would do is decrease the load and increase the reps. Also, if you are training heavy, I would increase the amount of time that I rest just to let your heart rate come down, so then you're in more control. So therefore, I do recommend training during this time. You don't have to stop training during your period. This time you actually have a high increase in muscle strength. Compared to the other half, the luteal phase, this is the time that you actually want to be training well. You might want to take longer rest days, but you do want to train. Let's not avoid training during our period. I would also decrease high intensity workouts. So maybe go low cardio, go on nice long walks and stuff. Nothing high impact. Training will actually help with period pains. I can't stress this enough. It's very important to train during your period, although be a little bit more wary and aware. In terms of eating during this time, generally speaking, you're feeling more bloated and your appetite is suppressed. So this is a really good time to be good with your eating. During the second phase, your estrogen drops and you will experience slower recovery. This is where you might want to decrease the load. This is where most of my clients experience their PMS. Things like cravings, retaining water, not being able to sleep very well, indigestion. This might be a good time to take a diet break. This means that you go on your maintenance calories, so you're not in a deficit, because if you are experiencing cravings and you're in a deficit, you're more likely to binge. If you're maintaining, you're prepared and you're prepared for these cravings, maybe sometimes you might even need to allocate more calories if you do get very bad cravings. It's just good to know how you do react, because then you can prepare. So hopefully you found some information through this video and you can analyze your cycle in order to maximize eating and training during your cycle.